You've probably heard that thoughts become things, but what if reality is even wilder than that? For centuries, 7 ancient laws, buried in dusty manuscripts and whispered among seekers, have shaped lives behind the curtain of everyday existence. Most folks go through life bumping into invisible walls, never realizing they're actually carrying the blueprints for those walls in their minds. Here's the controversy. What if your struggles aren't random or unfair, but precise reflections of timeless principles you were never taught in school? If you've ever felt like life has secrets nobody bothered to tell you, buckle up, because the 7 Hermetic Laws might just flip your world upside down. The shortcut to real change isn't a hack, it's ancient wisdom, served straight, no sugarcoating. Ever wondered why 2 people can walk through the same storm and come out with totally different stories to tell? Here's the secret. Reality starts in the mind. The first Hermetic law, mentalism, whispers that everything we see, touch, and live is built in our heads long before it shows up outside. It's as if life is a giant movie, and our thoughts are writing the script, scene by scene. Even the most down-to-earth folks are constantly shaping their day with what they focus on, whether they realize it or not. So, imagine this. You wake up grumpy and expect the world to rain on your parade. Chances are you'll spot every cloud. Flip that. Set your intention for a good day, and suddenly you notice doors opening that you'd never seen before. Think about athletes who visualize victory before the game. They're literally using this law, sculpting their reality before a whistle blows. Every thought is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life, and that's just the beginning. Because what's painted in your mind starts echoing into the world around you, leading us right into the next principle. Now let's talk about a law that's all about mirrors, correspondence. Ever noticed how chaos at home somehow leaks into work? Or how a peaceful mindset spills over into calm relationships? The saying, as above, so below, as within, so without, isn't just poetic. It's practical magic. Everything in your outer world is an echo of what's happening inside, like a cosmic photocopier, endlessly printing your internal vibe onto your life. You can see it everywhere. Plants grow in spirals, galaxies swirl like fingerprints, and even your daily habits ripple out into big life results. When you work on your patience, you start noticing less drama around you. Want more respect from others? Start by respecting yourself, quietly and consistently. The universe loves a pattern, so every small shift inside you is reflected somewhere out there, and as you'll see, the energy you put out is always on the move. Here's a wild thought. Nothing is ever still. Not your body, not your thoughts, not even the chair you're sitting on. Vibration is the silent engine of the universe, humming beneath everything you see. When you're pumped up with excitement, your whole energy changes. When you're down, it's like you're broadcasting static. People pick up on your frequency, whether you say a word or not. Ever walked into a room and felt tension before anyone said anything? That's vibration at work. Want to change your reality? Start by tuning your inner frequency. Listen to uplifting music, take a brisk walk, or practice gratitude. The point is, you're never truly stuck. You're just tuned to a certain station. And once you realize you can dial it up or down, you'll see how every high and low links to its opposite. Have you ever noticed that happiness and sadness can sometimes feel like 2 sides of the same coin? That's the law of polarity. Everything has its opposite, and extremes are really just different shades of the same thing. Hot and cold are both temperatures. Wealth and poverty are both about resources and mindset. The trick isn't to run from one pole to another, but to understand they're connected by degrees. When you catch yourself stuck in negativity, remember, there's always a sliding scale, and a small shift can change everything. Instead of trying to erase fear, can you move just a bit closer to courage? This law isn't about pretending darkness doesn't exist. It's about knowing light is always on the same line, just a few notches away. Once you get that, life's cycles and changes start making sense. Life isn't static, it's a dance of ups and downs, ins and outs. The law of rhythm says that everything moves in cycles, from the tides of the ocean to the moods of your heart. Think about how your energy rises in the morning, dips after lunch, then spikes again in the evening. There's a pulse to it all. Even your struggles have a rhythm. They come, peak, and eventually pass. The beauty here, if you know there's always a down after an up, you won't panic when things dip. Instead, you'll ride the wave, confident another peak is coming. Athletes train with cycles of intensity and rest. Investors ride out market swings, and gardeners wait for the seasons. It's all about timing and learning to flow, not force, because right after every rhythm comes the law that ties it all together. Here's where things get really interesting. Nothing happens by accident. The law of cause and effect says every action, big or small, sets something else in motion. If you're reaping headaches, look for the seeds you planted, maybe bad habits or unchecked emotions. If you want better results, start making better choices, even if they're tiny at first. Think of a domino line, tap one and the rest follow. Your morning routine shapes your day, your words shape relationships. The world isn't out to get you. It's simply responding to your energy, focus, and actions. The power to change your destiny is right under your nose, and when you get curious about how everything's connected, you start to notice something special about the creative force inside you. Now, let's pull back the curtain on the last law. Gender. This isn't about biology, but about the dance of masculine and feminine energies inside everything. Creation itself needs both, the spark of action, masculine, and the flow of intuition, feminine. Look at artists, inventors, or anyone building a dream. They use both discipline and imagination, logic and feeling. When you balance these energies, life gets richer and problems become opportunities. Next time you need to make a decision, blend the analytical with the creative. Don't get stuck in one mode. The most powerful people in history, from leaders to creators, intuitively use this balance. And when you bring all 7 laws together, you hold the master key to shaping your reality in ways most people never even consider. So, here's the million-dollar question. Are you ready to test these ancient laws in your own life? Or will you just let another day slip by on autopilot? What's one area, just one, where you could tweak your thoughts, tune your energy, or balance your approach and watch everything shift? Maybe it's a habit, a relationship, or that nagging feeling you could do more. The real magic isn't in knowing these secrets, but in using them. One day, one step, one thought at a time. If you felt something spark inside you today, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. This is just the beginning of a journey that could change everything if you're bold enough to take the first step.